Hi everyone, this is Animesh. In today's episode, we have Miss Ankita Arora with us. So Ankita is my batchmate from PGP Finance, and she recently interned with Goldman Sachs for their investment banking profile. And first of all, welcome Ankita, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Animesh.
So Ankita, would you tell us more about Goldman Sachs and the role offered to you in general?
Okay. So, hi everyone, I'm Ankita. I interned at the Bangalore office for GS Investment Banking. So, we focused in the EMEA region, and the work that we did was majorly mergers and acquisitions and IPO as well. And basically, we had two teams. One was for mergers and acquisitions, and one was for the financing team, which focused on IPO, LBOs, and all of those departments.
Okay, so Ankita, could you elaborate more on the project? Did you work on a specific project, or there were multiple projects? Was it live, or
Okay, so basically, we were working on two things simultaneously. One was the live work that we did with the analysts that were present there. So we were majorly helping them out with their decks, understanding about the industry in which all of us were placed in. All of us were given separate industries, and then we focused on that. And we were also given a project in another industry that was different from the industry you worked with, so that you get a holistic approach to all the different industries, so that when you come back you are flexible enough to move on to different industries if that is possible. So the live work was just helping the analysts with the decks, and the project that we worked on was a full pitch deck that we had to prepare, like the proper from the filtering criteria, the screening criteria, to the valuations, to finalizing a company that our that our client would actually consider as a prospect. And then we had to present it to the entire to the entire IB floor that was there.
so Ankita, investment banking profiles are generally infamous for their work-life balance. So during the internship, what was the typical number of hours that you spent every day?
Yeah. So basically, what they say about investment banking is true. We generally work for 14 to 16 hours on a daily basis, and sometimes it extended to more than 20 hours as well, but not on a daily basis. And majorly because we were interns, we had to learn a lot of things, new things when we had entered. So it was very rigorous for us, and it was quite intense. That is what I would suggest. But overall, the learning experience is great, and the learning is very steep. Like, you learn a lot of things in those 2 months, in those 8 weeks.
Okay. So Ankita, it looks like it's one of the roles that is quite desirable for most of the finance enthusiasts, right? So looking at the career trajectory that you have once you join as a full-time employee, do you have some insights on that, and how does the exit opportunity look like?
Okay, so firstly, when you join Goldman Sachs after an MBA, you join as an analyst in their investment banking division. And after 2 years, you do get a chance to move to London if your team supports you. If you have worked hard enough, then you get a chance to go to London, which is the front office, where you will be again joining as an analyst, but as a first year analyst, not as a second year or a third year analyst, because then you need to unlearn and relearn a lot of new things when you're facing clients. So that is there, and after which you get promoted to an associate level, and then to a VP level, and then partner MD. That is how the hierarchy goes there. And the exit opportunities, well, for us it's majorly PEVCs or front end IB that is there. So the Mumbai office has front end IB for Goldman Sachs, but they handle India, the clients in India. But if you want to go to the London office, and you'll be managing the EMEA clients majorly. So as far as I know, after 3 years as an analyst, you get promoted to the associate level. After which it's very dynamic. Like, there is no fixed duration after which you get promoted to the VP level. It depends on your work. Yeah.
All right, Ankita. So, how would you describe your experience? Let's say in, any three things that you like the most about your experience.
Yeah, so firstly, the work was quite intense. It was actually a lot of fun also. The late nights were fun. The learning experience was also immense. And as you know, banking is a very glamorous role. So you do see that glamour there also. The attitude with which people present themselves is also quite enchanting, and it's a very sought after role as well. So all of that is there with investment banking. Yeah, also, like, not that it's a big thing for me, but the money is quite good, and the bonuses that come in are a lot. So they do pay you for the amount of work that you do. So that's there. You get compensated for everything that you do.
Okay. So moving on to the next question, Ankita. After summers, there's around 7 or 8 months gap by the time you are going to join as summer intern. So during that time, is there any recommendation that you would want to give to the upcoming batches in terms of skill sets that they should inculcate?
Yeah. So basically, at Goldman Sachs India in the Bangalore office, we work on buy side decks. So your major work would be presenting PowerPoint presentations to your seniors as well as clients. So your PPT skills should be up to the mark, as well as your Excel skills, because you'll be doing a lot of valuations. You'll be looking at a lot of models, a lot of charts. All of those things are required. And also, if you could get some industry knowledge, focusing on the major industries that are there, that would be helpful. And another thing, your presentation, like the overall way you present yourself, is very important, because investment banking is a lot of show and a lot of work. So you need to be equally good at both things.
All right, Ankit. So summers are generally random and people do not end up at their target firms. So did Goldman Sachs IB happen to you? And if given a full-time opportunity, would you want to continue with it or not after your experience?
Yeah. So yeah, the summers are random, and Goldman was my first shortlist. So I was very happy when I converted Goldman Sachs IB, because it was the most, it was the role that I wanted to go in from the very beginning. And if given an opportunity, I would love to go back, because even though the hours are a little intense, the work is quite good. The work is really fun, and the people are very accommodative. The work culture at Goldman Sachs is also quite good. There is no micromanagement as such from anyone. You get your work, you do your work, and you go back. That is all that it is. Nobody comes and checks on you continuously. Have you completed it? Or just like it is for most other firms, as we know. But overall, the experience was good, and I would love to go back.
So I think that pretty much sums up our discussion. Thank you for your time. And for viewers, we would be pinning down Ankita's LinkedIn profile in the description box. Feel free to reach out to her, and do check out the channel for more updates. Thank you.